Right. This number goes to the other side. Becomes minus. Right hand side already 4 cube. Minus 3 by 5. 18 by 5 into 8 1 by 3. 25 by 3. 6 times. 5 times. 64 minus 30. 34. Right. X is in right hand side. 40%. 10% double double. 32 and a half double. 65. Double 130. Plus 86. 216. So we need to get 216 with respect to 288. Correct? What is 50% of this? What is again half of this number? Sum of these two numbers is 216 only. 50% plus half of it. Answer 75. 2 by 5 added to 3 by 5 immediately. 1. 1 plus 1. 2. 5 by 9. 2 5 by 9. 23 by 9 goes to the other side. Becomes into 9 by 23. Correct? Numerator ends with denominator. 3 into which number ends with 9? Only one option? Right. Okay. Take this 3 to left hand side and it comes in denominator. Come on, Pillalu. 0.15, I will write it as 15 by 100 into 320 divided by 4 into 3. Got it? Right. So 0, 0. 3, 5 times, 5, 2 times. 2 into 4, 32 by 8. Intama? 2 power unda. Fine. You know the answer, right? So answer is 2 to the power of 2. Second option. Right. 40%. I overlooked it. 40%. 10% double double. 62 double. 128 double. 124 double. 248. So from this, if we subtract 248. Subtract 300, add 52. Subtract 300, 104. Add 52, 156. 156 is 65%. Correct? 156 is 65%. 1% value is this much. And we need 100%, that is into 100. 13, 5 times, 12 times, 5 20s, 240. Two options. Fine. 5 times, 10 times and half of it. 10 times is 1210. Half of that number, 605. Sum of both the numbers, 1450. Hundreds places, 600, 800, 1400. 0, 5, 4, 5, 50. 1450. So from 1450, if we subtract 154, that will be 1296. Under root of 1296, that is 36. 36 is which number square? 6 is square. 2916 under root value. No. 54. 50 plus 27. 81 can be written as 3 to the power of 4 should be equal to 3 power 18 minus x, right? Then x must be 14. 50, I'll write it as 50 by 5.5 as 500 by 55. One digit is there after decimal in denominator. To eliminate that, we are multiplying both numerator and denominator with 10 into 44. This number, entire number goes to right hand side and becomes minus, right? Already right hand side we have 620 and this will be our final answer. Done. 5 100 times, 5 11 times, 400 subtracted from 620, answer Right. 4 square into 9 square can be written as 36 square. I'll write it as 36 into 36 divided by 18. How many times? 2 times. Minus 36 2 times 72 minus 40 32. 32 is 2 to the power of 5. Right. First of all, 3 200 times 4 goes to right hand side. That will be 800. Okay. 450 150 600. Right hand side now I can treat it as 200. 600 is subtracted. Is that okay for you? 3.25 7.5 10.75. Answer will be 189.25. Got it? This entire number also you don't have to calculate. How much are we subtracting? 10.75. See, when you subtract 0.75, answer should end with 0.25. 2 options are there. 200 minus all right. 18 can be written as 9 into 2. 9 is a perfect square, so don't change it. 2 multiplied with the other number 8. 16 is the perfect square now. Now we have 3 square, 4 square. If it comes out, it becomes 3 into 4, 12. 3 by 8 comes to left hand side. 8 by 3, 3, 4 times 32 to power 5. Answer 5, option 1. Be careful. 7 comes in denominator. Already one number is there in denominator. Which is that? 9. 9 into 7. So let me treat it as 252 by 63. Divided by 25 comes to left hand side from right hand side. Becomes into 25. 63. Last digit verification. 4 times into 2500. Right hand side 7 square, 49 minus 1, 48. This entire number is in denominator left hand side, right? That goes to right hand side, becomes into 36 by 4. Into 3 cube is there, that comes to right hand side denominator, that will be 3 cube. And it is x to the power of 8, correct? Now 3 cube, can I write it as 3 into 3 square? 9, 3. So 4 square, that is 4 power 4. But that can be written as 2 to the power of 8. X is equal to 2. Divided by x goes to the other side. Come on. And right hand side number comes to left hand side, denominator it is 6.55. From 33 if you subtract 0.25, it will be 32.75. Done. In both numerator and denominator there are 2 digits after decimal, so forget about decimal. Is that okay? 650s approximate 3200. Will it be 6 times? Because 600 6 times is 3600. Will it be 5 times? Let's see. 5 times in the sense 10 times and half, right? 10 times of denominator 6550. Half of that 3275. Number, right? Half of 10 times answer. 1024. Under root value 32 goes to the other side, minus 32. How much is that? 2. Left hand side we have numerator 1152, denominator x square. X square goes to right hand side number comes to left hand side. This becomes 576. Which number square is it? 24. Ganga invested 5,000 in a scheme offering simple interest at 5% per annum for 3 years. If the interest earned from scheme is 1800, what is the value of x? In how many years are we getting 1800? It is simple interest, so per year can I directly divide that number with 3? How much? 600 rupees we need to convert into percentage, correct? What is 1% of the principal? 50, not 5. 1% is 50. So to convert 600 to percentage, I am dividing that with 1% value. Answer, 12%. Two men starting from the same place at the same time walk at a speed of 6 km per hour and 8.5 km per hour respectively. What time will they take to be 10 kilometers apart if they walk in the same direction? If they are moving in the same direction, relative speed S1 minus S2. How many kilometers is the difference? Question is about time. Time t will be distance by speed, right? Distance expected 10. Relative speed, answer 4 hours. What is the present population of town A? If the difference between the population 1 year ago and 2 years ago is 5,000 and the rate of increase is 10% per annum. 10% per annum. Every year it is increasing, right? Right. So 1 year back, 2 years back. Okay. So 2 years back, 1 year back, and then at present. Question is about present. 2 years back, I'll start taking 100%. 10% increased. It becomes 110. Again 10% increase. 121%. Correct? So finally we need 121% value. It is 11 multiple. Answer must be 11 multiple. Go to options and see how many options are 11 multiples. Only one. Which option? Fourth option. If you want to solve, difference between 2 years back and a year back is 10%, correct? Which is equal to 5,000, which is 10%, then 1% is by 10. We need 121%. This is what we have to solve. Got it? The price of rice increases by 38%. What should be the percentage decrease in the consumption of rice so as to keep the expenditure constant? Increased by 38%. Initial value 100. Now it increases by 38% and becomes 138. Now it should go back to the original number, correct? If 138 should become 100, how much decrease should be there? From 138 percentage into 100 only. Let me look at options. Options are closed by 20, 25, 30. Is that okay? Right. Let me first calculate 25% for simplification. Okay. What is 50%? 60. What is 25%? Half of that number? 34.5. Again we have to add 3.5, right? What is 10% of this number? 3. That is what approximately we need to add. 3.5 is approximately 3.45, correct? So 10% of 25. If 2.5 is added, answer 27.5. Approximate to that first option. Are you okay? 2.5 meters path is to be constructed along a rectangular plot on the inside. Area of the plot is 1050 square meters and perimeter of the plot is 130 meters. If the rate of construction is 40 rupees per meter, square meter, find the total cost. Don't try to calculate what is L, what is breadth. If you calculate that, it takes hell lot of time. Don't do that. So when you have concentric rectangle, rectangle in a rectangle, inside there is a rectangular path. This highlighted area is our path. White color rectangle is our original rectangle, whose area is 1050. LB is given. Perimeter is 130. That means L plus B is equal to 65. Using these values, people try to calculate what is L, what is breadth, but don't do that. For these type of questions, if you want to calculate path area, first of all, area is not required. Without area we can calculate. Without area. So do remember, because you are in preparation time. Outer rectangle is our own rectangle, whose length I am treating L and breadth as B. There is a path whose width is 2.5, all four sides, correct? Now for inner rectangle length is going to be, come on, inner rectangle length is going to be, you have to subtract 2.5 here and 2.5 here. Total 5 should be subtracted from original length, correct? Then it becomes L minus 5 and breadth becomes B minus 5. So path area is outer rectangle area minus inner rectangle. Outer rectangle area LB minus inner rectangle area L minus 5 into B minus 5. Is that okay? Right. So when you expand this, you get LB minus 5 times of L plus B plus 25, and you have outer LB. Got it? LB gets cancelled. Minus of minus, minus of plus. So it will be finally 5 times of L plus B minus 25 only. Perimeter is 130. From this 2 times of L plus B is 130. Then L plus B, 5 times of 65, 325 minus 25. So path area is 300. And now we need cost. Per square meter it is costing 40 rupees. Total price 12,000. You understand? So in our calculation we haven't used 1050. 1050 not used. Yes. So to calculate path area of a rectangle, we actually don't need what is its original area. Got it? If you consider that usually when you know LB value and then L plus B value, using algebraic equation people try to identify what is length and what is breadth. If not algebraic equation, people go for assumption. Like L plus B is 65 and this is 1050. People try to identify this as product of two numbers where sum becomes 65. So don't go for that assumption, which takes a lot of time. If you get the right combination in your first attempt itself, you are so lucky. If not, you have to keep changing your logic. Am I right? Are we so lucky? ఆయనే ఉంటే తెల్లచేరింది కానీ అంత అదృష్టం మనకెక్కడ ఉంటది? అదృష్టం అంతా మన చేతిలో ఉంటే మనం ఈ టైంలో ఎక్కడుండేవాళ్ళం? మాట్లాడరు. నేను నా పని చేసుకున్నట్టుగా మీరు మీ పని చేసుకునేవాళ్ళు. సో డోంట్ బిలీవ్ ఆన్ లక్. యూజ్ యువర్ బ్రెయిన్. If you get it in your first attempt, you become luck. You are a lucky person. So instead of using this area, by using only perimeter, we can calculate path area. I request you to remember this point. Okay. Samaira and Mahira Kiara rented a set of DVDs at a rent of 578. If they used it for 8 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, respectively, what is Kiara's share of rent to be paid? Who is Kiara? First person or second or third? So altogether they used it for total 34 hours only. 578 rupees is being paid for total 34 hours. So per hour this is the payment that they need to pay. Am I okay? Now because of the Kiara's payment, who is third person, she used for it 14, correct? Right, because none of this is there, I am not going for last digit verification. Okay, right, so 17 2 times, 17 3 times, 51 68, 4 times, 2 7 times, 30 into 7 210, 4 into 7 28, 210 28 238. If none of this is not there and in place of that if there is any number mentioned, probably we can go with last digit verification or multiplication rule. Are you following? Kamlesh bought 65 books for 1050 from one shop and 50 books for 1020 from another shop. What is the average price he paid per book? What is the total payment he paid? 2070. For total how many books? 115 books. Correct? Here also none of this is there, so I am not going for any multiplication or last digit verifications. Is that okay? Right, cancellation with 5, 23 times, 5, 414 times. Okay. Next, 23 ones, 23 is a prime number, so we have to go with it. Next, once, 184 left over. Yes, 23 6 times is 184. 6 na? 6 8 8. 8 times. X bought some goods worth of 16,000 and sold half of them at a profit of 25%. At what percent profit must he sell the rest of them so as to make a total profit of 35%? You don't need this 16,000 rupees for your information. Half of them he sold. Half is already sold, quantity. Leftover, total, condition equal, half already sold, remaining half, total is 1. Got it? Already on this he made a profit of 25. And rest he need to get some more profit. Overall that should be equal to 35. 2 taken common from left hand side denominator goes to right hand side becomes 70. 25 plus x is equal to 70 and x is equal to 70 minus 25, answer 45. Got it? See, if you can visualize it, you don't have to write anything. How much quantity is already sold? Half is sold. So total quantity is divided into 2 equal parts. And overall, what is your expectation? So on first half, if you get 35%, on second half, if you get 35, will that be equal to total 35? Total 35 or total 70? Total 70. Yes. If you get internal 90% marks, external 90% marks, Viva 90% marks, overall you get 270% marks. నీ పాడి నిన్ను 270 ఎట్టొస్తి అక్క అంటున్నావు. Exam is conducted for 100% only. Is it Acharya Nagarjuna University that student get more than 100%? No. Highest is 100% only. Internal exam if you score 90, external 90, Viva 90, overall 90. That's it. So on first item if you get 35% on its price, on second item if you get 35% on its price, overall that will be 35%. Got it? So this is what you should visualize. 2 parts. First one 35, second one 35, overall 35. This is expectation, correct? On reality, this is already being sold. Forget about this. On this, how much you are expecting? Now think of this. Is it sold at 35%? At what percent it was sold? How much more are you expecting? That 10 you need to compensate by selling the second item only, right? On second item, how much you need original? 35. And for compensation, total, that's your answer. So you should visualize that. Got the point? Right. Jar A contains 84 liters of mixture of milk and water, out of which 1/7 is water. 14 liters of mixture is taken out and 2 liters of water is added to it. The quantity of milk is what percent more than water in the final mixture? We have to calculate because it is about percentage comparison. 84 liters of mixture of milk and water, out of this 1/7 is water. 14 liters mixture is taken out. Wait. In 14 liters also, water will be 1/7. Am I right? Water will be 1/7. And remaining also, water will be 1/7. What is remaining total? What is remaining? వరి మీ దుంపదేగా అది కాదు నేను అడుగుతున్నది. మీరు మనసులో ఏదో పెట్టుకున్నారు నాకేదో చెప్పాలి అని. మీరు అదే చెప్తున్నారు కానీ నేను అడిగింది చెప్పట్లా. 70. Total we have 84. 14 liters is taken out. What is remaining? In 70 also water will be 1/7, which is 10. Then remaining is milk, which is 60. Right, 14 liters is gone. This is milk and water in the container now. Got it? Now 2 liters of water is added. Okay, added 2 liters. Now the question is, milk is what percent more? 60 is how much more than 12? 48 more from into 100. Answer 400%. Clear? The distance covered by a boat upstream in 2 hours 24 minutes is 36 kilometers. If the speed of the boat in still water is 18 kilometers per hour, how much distance downstream will it cover in 4 hours? Okay. So, to calculate upstream speed, usually you are supposed to use formula, but instead of using formula, we will convert it to 60 minutes. So many times I've told you, don't use formula, convert into 60 minutes, 60 minutes, 60 minutes. Every time with blank faces you are seeing. So here how many minutes are there? Let me calculate. 2 hours. 120 plus 24. 144. In 144 minutes, how many kilometers covered? Now our agenda is to identify the relation between 144 and then 36. What is half of 144? Again, what is half of 72? So now we will convert 60 minutes. Half of 60. Again half. So in 60 minutes, 15 kilometers can be covered using the same proportionate. Are you okay? Otherwise, you'll have to use formula, distance divided by time. 2 hours 24 minutes. 24 minutes converts to hours by 60. 24 by 60, 2 by 5. 2 by 5, 12 by 5, which is equal to 15. Upstream speed m minus s. Instead of using formula, just convert into 60 minutes. Given minutes are 144. And in that particular time, 36 kilometers covered. How are we getting 36 using 144, which is 1/4 of it? So 1/4 of 60 is 15. So m minus s is equal to 15. M is equal to 18. S becomes 3. Now downstream speed becomes m plus s, which is 21. And we need to calculate distance covered in how many hours? 4 hours. Answer 84. Train A takes 20 seconds to cross an electric pole at 90 km per hour. The length of train B is 20 meters less than train A. If train B took 24 seconds to cross an electric pole, what is the speed of B? Okay. Now, if a train crosses an electric pole, distance covered is train length only. Train length A is equal to distance covered in that case, which is speed into time. Speed 90 kilometer per hour converted to meter per second into time, which is 20. If you calculate that, you will get some number, and that is equal to length of train A. Correct? Train B's length is 20 meters less than that, so minus 20. This is length of train B. Got it? And it crosses the pole in 24 seconds. Then speed is equal to distance divided by time only. Come on. So time 24 seconds. Got it? 18. 20 into 5, 100. 100 into 5, 500 minus 20, 480 divided by 24. You will get answer in meter per second or kilometer per hour. But options are given in kilometer per hour. So you'll have to multiply it with 18 by 5. 24, 20 times 5, 4 times 72 kilometer per hour. A invested 4,000 in a business. At the end of 4 months from the start of the business, B joined with an investment of 8,400 and A left. If the total annual profit was 13,000, what was A's share in profit? Who started? And at the end of 4 months from the start of the business, B joined and A left. So A's investment will be there for and B joined with 84. Because 2 zeros are common in their investments, I am not writing 2 zeros. B joined after 4 months and they are sharing profits at the end of year. Annual they said, right? So business happened for 1 year. A started, was there for 4 months, then B joined, A left. Correct? Right. So B will be there for 8 months. 4, 2 times, 4, 10 times, 21 times, 2, 5 times. So 5 is to 21. Total how many parts? 26 parts. 13,000 is divided into 26 parts and A will get 5 parts. 26, 500 times into 5, 2,500. The sum of A's and B's percentage is 42 years and that by B's and C's percentage is 54. If C's percentage is twice of A's percentage, what is B's percentage? Okay. A, B, C. If A is A, C's percentage is twice of A's percentage, correct? Now, we were given sum of AB and also BC. Who is common? B is common. So whatever is the age difference that we have, that is because of not B, because B is common. B is common and go for cancellation, right? In place of A, who is here? C. So whatever is the age difference we have here between 42 and 54, that difference is because of whose ages? A and C age. Difference in terms of years. Come on. 12 years is age difference between A and C. A and C age difference. A. How much is that in terms of years? If A is 12, sum of A and B is 42, right? Then B must be 30. B's percentage is 30. Done. Followed. Ravish spent 20% of his monthly salary as rent. Out of the remaining, how much is remaining? 80%. He invests 20% in mutual fund. So this 20% is calculated on 80, which is equal to 16. Then how much is remaining? 64. And 12% as fixed assets. Okay. So apart from that, if he is left with, okay, fine. What is his monthly salary? Initially 20% is spent. How much is left? Can I treat 80% as 4/5 of monthly salary X? This is what remaining now. Out of this, 20% invested in mutual fund, 12% as fixed deposit. Total 32% of the remaining. Then leftover will be 68% of the remaining. Agreed? Come on. And which is equal to 24,480. Cancellation with 4, 6, 1, 2, 0. ఏమిది 17 68, yes. 17 4 times, 17 36 times, ఒక్క నిమిషం, 680 minus 68, 40 minus 4, 6 times, 36 and then a 0, 4 again, 90 times, 90 into 500, 45,000. Otherwise also you can directly do it. After writing this, you are actually done. Right hand side sum of digits is 18, which is a 9 multiple. Then left hand side numerator number should be 9 multiple. 68 is not 9 multiple. 4 is also not 9 multiple. None of them are also 3 multiples. So then x has to be 9 multiple. And there is only one option. Got it? And even calculation also, let me tell you. For cancellation I have done 6, 1, 2, 0. When you identify this as 17 multiple, okay? Right hand side how much is there? Leaving 0. I am assuming that as 680 minus 68. Got it? If it is 4 times, that will, so 17 4 times here, and here that will be 36 times and then a 0. 490 times. X is 45 and then 3 zeros. Got it? An article is marked at a price which was 200% more than its cost price. If cost price is 100%, market price will be 300% because it is marked 200% above. The difference between the selling price when the article is sold at 20% discount and the selling price when the article is sold at 10% discount is 36 rupees. So finally, can you tell me what is this 36? In using words, tell me what is 36? Difference. Difference of what? Difference of selling prices? Difference of, come on, my dear English medium graduates, the difference between selling price when the article is sold at 20% discount and the selling price when the article is sold at 10% discount is 36, correct? So now my question to you is, what is 36? Difference. Difference of which price? Selling price, or you can even say difference in discounts also. Come on. You are getting difference in selling price because there is difference in discount. If discount do not change, will your selling price change? So whatever change happened in selling price, that is because of discount only. First time how much discount was given? Second time, difference, 10% of this, that is equal to 36. 30% is equal to 36. Now the question is to identify cost price, correct? Now if 36 is equal to 30%, 1% value is by 30. And we want cost price. Cost price 100%. 0, 0, 3, 12 times. Answer 120. Third option. You understand? Selling price in first case, we were given 20% discount. So 60 discount offered. You will sell it at 240. Selling price in second case, you are giving only 10% discount. 10%, 30. discount offered 270. Their difference is equal to 30%, which is equal to 36 rupees. Got it? So instead of calculating selling prices 2 times, our conclusion is we are getting difference in selling price because of difference in discount. So you just go with discounts difference. Followed? Should I? Yes, sir. One of the number number of people who traveled between 2 cities via different routes during the first half of the 2024. 6 months data, 5 routes are there. What is the difference between the total number of people who traveled along route R during the months February and May together? R, February and May together. Number of people who travel along route Q during months of Jan and June. Q, Jan and June. Everywhere after decimal there are 2 digits, right? Forget about decimal and treat it as a 3-digit number. Q, sum of values is equal to 220. R, sum of values is equal to 290. And now the difference is 70. You should see number 70. Which option is having that? Third option. You don't have to bother about number of zeros. You need to bother about zeros if options are 700, 7,000, 70,000, 7 lakh. If options are like this, then you need to bother about how many zeros should come. But our difference is 70. We know that our data was given in lakhs and we have already adjusted 2 digits. So how many more zeros should come, we have to bother about it. Ante kada. Even if it is that case, in 1 lakh, how many zeros will be there? 5. Already 2 zeros adjusted. How many more should be there? 70, 3 zeros, 70,000. But my point is, you don't need to bother about zeros because there is only one option which is having 7. That's all. What was the average number of people who traveled along route P in the month of January, March, April, June? So which months are not required? May and February not required, correct? February and May. These are not required, correct? Everywhere 200, 200, 200 is common. So answer should be definitely more than 200. Come on. Right. Second option eliminated. Matladru. That's all, right? Matladru. Right. So for, if you consider that everywhere 200 is there, so average should be definitely minimum of 200. And for rest of numbers, we need to calculate average, correct? You don't have to calculate anything for this question because the basic fundamental point in average is average should be more than the least number and should be less than the highest number. Come on. Can average be the least number? No. Can average be the highest number? It should be in between that, right? Out of those existing numbers, what is minimum number? 2 point? Minimum. 2.45. Highest? Answer should be in between those, right? Go to options. Can it be first option? Yes. Can it be third? Fourth? Fifth? No. There is only one option which is in that particular range. You don't have to even eliminate second option initially because average should be more than the least number and should be less than the highest number. This fundamental point is sufficient to answer the question. What is the difference between the highest and the lowest number of people who traveled along route S during all the given months? Yes, minimum number 135, highest number 185, difference 50. I told you to read it as 3-digit number. 135, 185, difference 50. How many options are having 50? Only one. Fourth final. In the month of July, the number of people traveled along route R is 20% more than that, the same route in the previous month. Previous month was June only. June was 125. Now in July it should be 20% more, right? 10%, 12 and a half. Double, 25. 25 added to 125 becomes 150. This is for route R. Approximately by what percentage is the number of people traveling along route R in the month of July more than number of people traveling along the same route in the month of February? R February, how much you have? 115. 150 is how much more than 115? 35 more from 115. Percentage into 100 only. What is 10% of the denominator? 3 times 34.5 is 30% value, correct? But to make it our original numerator 35, to this we have to add 0.5, right? What is 10% of the denominator, you said? 11.5. 1%. Do you have to add 1.15? Less than that only, right? So that means 0 point is 0.5. Extra number to be added is less than 1%. Answer more than 30. Less than 31. Got it? Go to options. Approximate annaru 30 final answer. Even if it is exact, answer should be more than 30 but less than 31. What was the percentage rise in the number of people traveling along route R in the month of May when compared to that along with the same route in the month of March? March to May comparison. March to May comparison. 125 becomes 175. Increased by 50, increased from percentage into 100 only. What is 10% of the denominator? Double. Double. Got our numerator. By taking 10%, double. What do you mean by it? 40%.